888 stocks bought, system checked, Virgin Galactic, I'm ready for takeoff.
Welcome to this vlog, and I know what you're thinking. Hey, I see so many comments out there in the community. When you get back to Tesla, when you buy your shares back, what's happening with your Tesla investment? Well, and I thought this deserves a video. Now, maybe if you subscribed, if not, this is your lifetime opportunity, that I am for very long time was a Tesla investor. Okay, since I started this vlog, I saw so much potential into Tesla, right? I was buying for months into Tesla every single month. I had videos out there and people were smashing me on YouTube and saying, forget Tesla, Tesla will never do it, Tesla will go bankrupt, chapter 11, all of that, okay? And Elon Musk is a fraudster. I heard everything, okay? But if you're looking back to my videos just a year ago when I started this channel, I said, Tesla is the thing. Tesla is the thing. And I bought for myself because I was very convinced. I saw the opportunity. And on average, I had the purchase price of $250 per share. And this was great because the Tesla stock exploded as expected. A little bit too early in my personal opinion because I wanted to buy more. But, it was a great run. Now, as everything started then with the health crisis, I said, it's a very, very crazy environment out there. And I don't know what can happen. I don't know how the economy can be affected. Is a V-shaped recovery even barely possible, right? So as the stock went down, I said, I will take my profits, which was great profits because I sold on average at $650 or $600 per share. And I was happy that I made this investment, and still I'm a huge supporter of the stock. And obviously I'm waiting now very patiently on a reinvesting point, okay? Because I'm still thinking the story of Tesla just increased to be credited. However, I think at current levels, maybe we are a little bit high with the stock, but it's just, my opinion and the opinion of Elon Musk. So, however, I believe that there will be times, as this is one of the most volatile stock, and not only that, there is so much volatility in growth stocks, and therefore I believe that the stock will go back a little bit even, and then I'm purchasing my stocks back and even more because I will have more stocks than I had before. This is the game plan, okay? This is the strategy. However, the video is called that why I went now to Virgin Galactic, because all this said about Tesla, I'm thinking that the new opportunity is Virgin Galactic. Let's start with the story. The story is quite phenomenal, okay? If you're thinking about Richard Branson, he's one of the big entrepreneurs of our age. He is huge in building companies, okay? For sure. He has like thousands of mistakes did in his career, same as any other entrepreneur, right? So there's a list of companies that didn't succeed, but there's a bigger and much, more success to those that he founded. However, let's start in 2004 when he started with the dream. His dream and his vision was to bring people into space as an experience, right? We are on this blue planet, and this blue planet looks even more beautiful from upper above. So if you are that high, you can see the whole globe, and it's just unbelievable, guys. And as you're watching these vlogs, you will have a look into those pictures that I'm putting here in this video. And even the vision was so great that big and smart money from Abu Dhabi in the Middle East put many money on the table to have a 33-point stake into this futuristic company. Now the story evolved. They had a crash of a vehicle as well, and then they went bigger and bigger, and last year the merger to be public. And I think now they are ready for the next step, which is just a couple of testing phases, and then comes the first flight. And I think when this happens, I think the stock can go triple that amount that it is now, because we have seen there is some interest into the company, even at 30 or even almost at $40 per share. And this was a couple of months ago. We have seen since then more improvement, the finalization of the Spaceport America, which is in New Mexico, which they don't even have to pay to build. This was the state, and they just lease it back, and therefore it's a huge entry barrier for any company that want to do the same or similar things. And moreover, I have seen with time not only that they have a big cash position that they can finance themselves very well, but also big money by Richard Branson as well as Chamath is on the line, guys. So I think if you see this kind of leadership, where the personal big money like from Chamath is on the line, this is always a great sign, guys. Okay, look at Elon Musk. He put his dollars into the ventures, and Richard Branson was in the news selling some stocks, yes, but not because of not believing in the story, because he need to save his other babies. This is the life of an entrepreneur. I can speak about entrepreneurship because I founded already a couple of companies myself, so I know how heartbreaking it is when something doesn't work out. But that's life, and this is a life of an entrepreneurship. And therefore, let me take you to the future of Virgin Galactic. Let me take you on the trip of a space shuttle, and I will tell you what I personally see in the future of Virgin Galactic. So sometime this year, in the next couple of months, we will have new news that they are successful with the final tests of their spaceship, and they are ready to have the first flight. And I hope that this can happen a little bit later this year and the stock further drops, so I can buy more shares and have not only this 888 shares that I have now, but much more. This is just the beginning of a position, and usually I put in first an initial amount and then build up the position over time, just to make sure if the stock dropped that I can have a really great average price. Same I did with Tesla, okay? And when this happens, then I would like to see, as promised, Richard Branson on the first flight with the first customers, right? Or maybe just him. This will be one of the biggest PR events he ever did, guys. See, this guy is almost, I wouldn't say finished with his career, but he is on a very mature level of his career. So he looks for the highlights of his masterpiece that he put together. And I can believe that, he will put, as a marketing mastermind, a huge show, okay, that will bring the Virgin name, the product, the company, the stock to so many new investors, guys. So people will say, hey, this really works. Virgin founder is even on the line here with his whole company credits and doing this, and this would give the stock an absolutely great push. And in this kind of volatile stocks, they can go easily very much up and very much down. So this will be, let's say, the first wave. The second wave is a continuous wave of seeing more and more registrations and people in very serious registration processes that they will use this service for $250,000 or even more, guys. Okay, so we will see this over the next couple of earnings calls, and then we will also see that beginning 2021 that people are using this very frequently. And then we see a kind of scaling over the next couple of 2 years, where we see that more and more people are using that, more and more will be broadcasted, PR will be there, marketing, because people will just film this experience. I have read in my analysis that clients that already registered with Virgin Galactic want to bring up to 200 people to watch their experience. This is from the whole marketing team. This will be big guys that have a huge base, you know, just to have a couple of names thrown around. Those are people like Justin Bieber, right? So people are following this guy and say, wow, this guy went to space, I want to do the same. So you see how big of an mouth-to-mouth propaganda is there. Like same with a Tesla. If you bought a Tesla, you will tell your parents, your friends, your neighbors, everywhere on the next cocktail party that this is the best car that you ever drove. And we saw this kind of effects also in the iPhone. And Wall Street was wrong. Wall Street was wrong about Tesla as well. And those who are believing in those kind of stories and can imagine this kind of stories and follow very closely behind the stories and can jump on and off the right time, I can tell you when I'm doing this. And for that, I always ask only for a small smash of the like. I hope we can bring this video to a new record of 500 likes, because this 500 likes of the video will represent $500 stock price for Virgin Galactic. So share this video with your loved ones, with people, friends who are also interested maybe. And I'm so convinced that this is my next Tesla. And as you see, I'm not against Tesla. I just want to be part of a story and then seeing the stories develop, and then I'm also happy to join the next story, right? There's so many success stories. If it was Amazon, Netflix, Apple, imagine you would jump from story to story. This is what I hope to do with you together if you subscribed. So I'm thanking you for watching this, and make sure to check out my other videos about Virgin Galactic stock, where I'm talking more about the finance and other things that are super interesting and important. And never forget, this is just for educational, entertainment and information process and publishing. Therefore, there's no financial advice.